Hi BookTube, Thea here, and today's video is going to be my March book haul. For my first session, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the books that I picked up at my used bookstore. I was actually not expecting to get anything. I just went in to look as you do when you go look at books. I was not expecting to find these. I was really shocked that I found these, and they're great condition. They were super cheap, and they're all brand new. Well, pretty brand new. I mean, they came out either last year or the year before, so they're not that old. So I'll just go ahead and give you guys the there's only 3 here that I picked up because I had picked up a couple of them at full price at my another store in town. So I'll just go ahead and show you the ones that I picked up at my used bookstore. This one is The Selection by Kira Cass. I've seen this book a lot on BookTube, around Tumblr, Instagram. I've heard kind of mixed reviews about it. I picked it up in paperback because I didn't really want to spend full price on it in hardback in case I didn't like it. I wanted to give it a kind of test the waters a little bit on it first before I picked it up in hardback. And it was $5 in my used bookstore. I was like, wow. Next book I picked up, again, was from the used bookstore. Was not expecting to find this. I was shocked. I picked it up right away. I'm like, I have to buy this right now. Wanted to test the waters on it if it was going to be something that I liked. It's not normally something that I read, but I've heard great things about it, and that is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. I do know this is becoming a movie later on this year as well, so I wanted to go ahead and give this one a read. The paperback, I mean, it's almost like perfectly brand new edition. It was $5. I could not pass this up, and I've heard so many people on BookTube who love it. So definitely want to read this. I wanted to read it. I didn't know if it was worth picking up in hardback yet, and I saw this and I was like, perfect, I'll read it. If I enjoy it, I can buy the other 2 in hardback and marathon the whole series again. So super excited to read this, hoping to get to it before the movie comes out. With all the other books that I have to read, we'll see. The last book is actually hardback. I was, again, shocked to see this book. Was not expecting to find it, especially in hardback. And that is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Let me know in the comments below how you actually say it. I don't want to mispronounce her name, but I believe it's Stiefvater or Stiefvater. I don't know. But this book, again, is raved on BookTube. It was $6 in my bookstore. I was like, wow, it's hardback. Again, it's like practically brand new. I mean, it's crazy that you can find it at used bookstores. I do know I want to try to get through these and the other 2 before the 4th one comes out. So hoping to get to this really soon. I've heard everyone loves it. Can't wait to read it, see what all the fuss is about, and then get the other books and read them and marathon them and fall in love with the story and the characters. And I'm hoping to enjoy it. The next set of books are kind of just 2 kind of miscellaneous books. I was on Goodreads and I actually won a giveaway for a book. Didn't know anything about it. It sounded really interesting. It's self-published, and that's called Broken for You by Karen Armstrong. She writes this book about her life, what she's overcome. I believe her mom was a prostitute. Yeah, her mom was a prostitute, and she was raised and abused in the hands of a relentless aunt who's schizophrenic and multiple personalities. So she talks about her life, and she chronicles the life of rape, abuse, moving in and out of shelters and foster homes, and it just sounds like it's going to be a really, really sad read. So it was a good Goodreads giveaway. She self-published it. She signed it. And I mean, it won't take long to read because it is literally like just typed up and then published. So I want to do a review on this since it is fairly new. It came out, I believe, like November of 2015. And since she is self-published, I want to give her love. She actually plans on writing 3. It's going to be a total of a 3-part trilogy. So, and I love this cover. It's just, this girl is just so broken and beaten, and you can tell she's just, like, it's crazy, because then it's, like, red, like, her heart, because her heart is red, and it's just, that cover is just so daunting, and it's just so destructive, and you just feel so much for this girl, and you have no idea, her story or anything, and you just feel so much for her because her heart's broken and she's crying, and I feel like this is going to be a tough read, but an easy read at the same time, if that makes any sense. So I'll definitely do a review on this. And a shout out to Karen Armstrong. Thank you so much for putting this up on Goodreads, and I will let you guys know what I think. The next book is, if you saw my unboxing, you know what this book is. I got an email from Book of the Month that they wanted to send me their February box to review, and so the book that I picked was The Magic Strings of Frankie, Presto by Mitch Albom. I actually really enjoy Mitch Albom's writing. I actually met him last year at my book festival here in town, and he was just super sweet. He loves, you know, talking to his fans. He signed all the copies of the books that I have. I actually have these two that he signed for his new novel. It's about a boy who I believe is 9. He is a Spanish war orphan who was sent to America with nothing but a guitar and 6 magic strings. And I love music. I think music is, you know, does so many things for people, and putting all of that in a novel. So reading about, you know, someone's life with music is going to be really interesting. And I love Mitch Albom's writing style. I love what he does with his characters and his story, and I'm really excited to read this. I've been wanting to read it for a while. So this was actually free. They sent it to me to read as part of their Book of the Month box. And then I did an unboxing of that box and kind of my thoughts on that. So I'll link that below, and you can definitely check out that video. But this is a book that came with that. The next 2 books in my haul are 2 books that I received from publishers for review. Thank you so much to Harper Teen and HarperCollins for sending these to me so that I can read and review them. I'm super excited. These are my first 2 ARCs I've ever gotten, so I'm super excited to go ahead and read these and review them and let you guys all know what I think. The first one is one that is really hyped up on BookTube and Goodreads this year. It comes out in May, I believe 17th, and that is The Crown's Game by Evelyn Skye. I'm super excited to read this. I've seen a lot of people received ARCs on this. I'm super excited that this got sent to me. I don't know too much about it. I'm so sorry. I do know it takes place in Russia, and I've heard it's kind of a Night Circus meets Cinderella. I have no idea if that's even close. But it's fantasy. It takes place in Russia. I assume it has to do with royalty since it's a crown. Super excited to read this. Can't wait to dive into it and review this before it comes out. May 17th, 2016. And just the cover of this is really cool, because even though it looks like a crown, when you get up close, it's a palace. That's a really cool way to advertise your cover. It's really cool. I'm super excited to read this. I don't know much more about it than that. I will let you guys know once I read this and get a review up on this. The other book I received for review is called My Lady Jane. It's by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. Now, I've only heard of Jody Meadows. If you guys have heard of the other 2, please let me know in the comments below what they've read. If you've read any of these, if you've read any works by these 2 authors and what they've written. I know Jody Meadows wrote the Orphan Queen series, is working on the Orphan Queen series. This book is fantasy meets historical fiction. Takes place in England in the 1500s. Jane, I actually believe she's related to King Edward somehow. It's her cousin. So her cousin is King Edward, who is the king of England. And she is 16. She's about to be married to a stranger and caught up in the conspiracy to rob her cousin of his throne. It's a one-of-a-kind YA fantasy featuring a reluctant king and even more reluctant queen, a noble steed, true love, and only a passing resemblance to actual history. Because sometimes history needs a little help. It sounds like it's going to be really fun. It sounds like historical fiction and YA and fantasy, and it's got a kick-ass, you know, lady on the cover, which is always super, like, motivating to see women on cover of books. I mean, it's a pretty hefty book too, so it's going to take a while to get through. It doesn't come out till June 7th, so definitely want to get this read, get this reviewed for you guys, get a review up on my channel. I just love the little, like it says, sometimes history gets it all wrong. It's not easy being queen and off with her head. So it's a really cute little, like, it looks like it's been written in, which is really cool. I don't know if that's just going to be for the advanced reader's copy, or if that's going to be on the actual copies as well. One other thing I noticed just breezing through this book is I believe each chapter is written like in a different character's concept, because I saw something like this where it says chapter has like a character name and it says Gifford, and there's other ones where it says like Jane, and I believe it says like Edward. So I don't know if that's an arc thing as well, if that's going to be in the actual book. But that's a really cute little like touch, just to try to change it up. Yeah, see it says like 7, it says like Edward, and it's like written in, but it's typed, like a typed writing, like typed font of like a writing, and that's a really cute little touch. So I'm super excited to read this, super excited to let you guys know my thoughts, get this definitely read and reviewed before June. Next book is actually also an ARC. I was not expecting it to be an ARC. I thought it was a finished copy, but I won this book in a Goodreads giveaway, and it's called Change of Heart by Courtney Walsh. I don't really know too much about this book. I saw it on Goodreads giveaway. I saw the cover. It looked like it was going to be a romance novel. And just go ahead and read you the back. It says, a Colorado senator's wife, Evelyn Brandt, seems to have it all. But her carefully constricted life comes tumbling down when the FBI crashes her society luncheon with news that her husband has been arrested for embezzlement. And this was only the start of his indiscretions, for which he has little regret. It sounds like it's going to be an adult fiction. I believe it's probably a standalone. Not sure. I'll find out and put, if it's a series, in the description below. So I'll also probably put the Goodreads link in the description below. It says it's set to, yeah, it's under, it says fiction, romance, contemporary, releases March 2016. So I'm not sure. We'll see what, it sounds like it might be something I enjoy. I'll maybe put up a review on this, depending on kind of what the rest of this month looks like coming up. Definitely have a lot of other books to be reading. I do need to do a couple other reviews. So I might review this, might not sure yet. Let me know in the comments below if you want a review. I'll definitely do it if you guys want. If not, I probably won't, since I have a couple other ones I need to do a review on. The next set of books are the books that I bought from Book Outlet. I'm just going to go ahead and really quickly go through these. All of these are pretty much hyped up on BookTube, so they really don't need any explanations. So I'll just go ahead and show you guys what I got. Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. Lola and the Boy Next Door, also by Stephanie Perkins. They did have Isla and Happily Ever After, but it wasn't hardback, so I did only pick up these two since they were matching. I probably will pick up the third one in paperback pretty soon and marathon the whole series. The next book I picked up is George R.R. Martin, The Ice Dragon, illustrated by Louis Rowe. I don't know too much about this book. I did see it on Book Outlet. It's a middle grade novel. The drawings on it are very nice. It's a very cute little book. It's going to be a nice, really easy read. Love George R. R. Martin. Love dragons. Going to be great. This is a fairly new release, I believe, as well. It's only been out for a few months. And it was only like $1.50 or so. The next book I picked up, I am super excited to read. Heard amazing things about it. It's huge on BookTube. Awesome concept. Can't wait to read it. I feel like it's going to be one of those books that I like have a book hangover from once I finish, and that is You by Carolyn Kepps. I do know the sequel just came out, so I definitely want to get this read very, very soon so I can pick up the sequel. Just the whole like written in the second person concept fascinates me. Don't see that every day, so I'm super excited to pick this up. Didn't realize that the cover was like a folded up piece of paper, which is really cool. Cannot wait to read this. Super excited. This book I picked up is also a hardcover, and heard mixed things about this on book 2, but it's pretty much, most of them are very good reviews. I love the feeling of this cover too. It's just, it's so nice. It just feels really cool. But it's I'll Give You the Sun by J.D. Nelson. Don't know too much about this. I do know it's a not your typical love story, but it's a love story between two boys, which is going to be really refreshing. And again, this book was on Book Outlet. It was like $5. I do know it's more of like an adult kind of contemporary. Noah and Jude. Yeah, Noah and Jude are the main characters. 13. Noah draws constantly and is falling in love with the charismatic boy next door. It sounds like it's going to be really cute. I'm super excited to read this. Can't wait. And I love the feeling of this book. It's so cool. I am so excited I found this. It was $7. Cannot wait to read it. Sounds like it's going to be right up my alley. And that is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Love Harry Potter, love fan fiction, just got out of college recently. I feel like this is going to like speak to me in a whole new way. It'll be my first Rainbow Rowell novel. I want to pick up Carry On so I can just marathon both of them since I know it's kind of like the fan fiction she writes in this book. So excited to read this book. Can't wait. I've heard great things. I want to pick up the pink special edition cover because I love pink. It's my favorite color. And it'd be really cool to have the special edition. I'm so excited to read this. Cannot wait. Sorry, I got a text. But I'm so excited to read this. I want to just start reading it right this second, but I have so many other books in my backlog right now that I have to read and I can't quite pick this one up yet, but I'm super ready to. Can't wait. Last book I picked up from Book Outlet is actually I'm part of a Goodreads. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. I'll link their information in the description below, but it's a Goodreads book club, so they pick a book every month, read it, and then there's a discussion. And that March's book is Half Bad by Sally Green. I am a little upset at Book Outlet. They kind of messed it up in the packaging, but it's such a minor thing. The hardcover was like $5. Heard mixed reviews about this book. Most people really love it. There are a few who didn't really care for it. Can't wait to read it. Heard great things about it. Definitely want to wait and pick all of them up and marathon it, but because it is the book club book of the month for March, I figured I'd just pick it up anyway since it was on Book Outlet for $5. Read it, and I might do a review on it, might not. Let me know in the description below if you guys want a review of this. I definitely will if you want one, or any of the other books that I'm showing you. Sorry, I'm speeding up. I'm running out of battery. So if you want a review on any of these, I will definitely review them. Just let me know in the description below. And the last two books are books that I did purchase at full price. Wasn't planning on buying these, but because I had just bought all these from Book Outlet. But that I will go ahead and quickly show you. They need no description. They're super hyped. Everyone loves them right now, especially with the sequel that just came out. So there's no need to describe what either of these books are. But if you do need a description, I'll put the link in the description below for Goodreads. And that is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard and Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. I actually found this. It's actually signed. It's a signed first edition. So I was like, well, if this is signed, I have to pick this up, but I can't pick this up without picking up the first one. So I'm like, I'm just going to have to pick up both. Super excited to read these. So much hype on BookTube. And heard great things. It sounds like it's going to be right on my alley. Fantasy, young adult, magic, queens. It sounds like it's going to be great. Can't wait. So excited. I'm so excited. The last thing I bought, it's a book. Also doesn't need any description. Super hyped up on BookTube right now. Doesn't even need an introduction. I will just go ahead and show you guys, and that is the love of my life, my Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone illustrated edition. I am oh my god, I'm so in love with this book right now. It's amazing. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but the illustrations are fantastic. Jim Gray is the illustrator. I am just so in love with this. I cannot wait to read this edition because the illustrations are just phenomenal. I can't wait to see what he does with the rest of the books. I know they talked about releasing one a year this way, and it's so pretty. even the, you know, taking the dust jacket off is just a beautiful cover. It's red. It's gorgeous. I cannot wait. It even comes with the, you know, bookmark. It's just, it's gonna be such a fun, amazing way to reread this book, and I'm just so in love with this book right now. I can't wait to read it. Everyone, if you love Harry Potter, pick this up. Like right now, it's anywhere from $20 to $25, worth every penny, especially if you love Harry Potter. Definitely a collector's item. And I actually picked this up from Amazon because I had Amazon credit. So even though I didn't have to pay for it, it definitely would have spent the money on it. That's it. That's all of my books for my March haul. Like I said, I'm probably not going to be buying any books for a while, just because my TBR is getting like insanely long. I do have one more book coming. And that's a hardcover edition of Outlander because Diana Gabaldon is going to be at my city's book fair. So I did want to pick up a nice hardcover copy of that so she could sign it. But other than that, that's it. I'm done book buying for a while. I'm going to utilize my library, just read the massive amount of TBR books that I have right now. I'll post all my social stuff in the description below. You can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Snapchat, Instagram, Blogger. I'll have all that stuff below. Leave me any comments in the description below. Anything that you want to review on. Any comments about any of these books. Or, you know, if you've read them, if you've liked them, what's on your TBR for March. What books did you haul for March? I will have a March TBR video coming this week. A review on Truth Witch coming this week. And a couple other kind of random videos. See you guys next time. Bye!